6 to 9 months till we totally destroy the federal government. So the shutdown was a much worse alternative.
The Dodgers have opened the 2025 season with a win over the Cubs in Tokyo.
Scorched to the right side, and it's Ohtani that's provided the first hit for the Dodgers.
Shohei had 2 hits, scored twice in LA's 4-1 win over Chicago. Dow's down 238. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Oh no, stomach issues again?
Stomach issues?
Who are you?
Your pancreas. I could be the real reason for your diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose oily stools.
I thought it was my stomach.
People often do, but any of these symptoms could mean having a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and speak with your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
We could all use more time. Amazon Business offers smart business buying solutions so you can spend more time growing your business and less time doing the admin. I can see why they call it smart. Learn more at amazonbusiness.com.
It's Power Torque Tools DIY days at O'Reilly Auto Parts. Lifetime guaranteed Power Torque professional hand tools only at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Murfreesboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is the Roundtable. A look at the news, views, politics, and people that are shaping Rutherford County.
And good morning, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday morning edition of the Roundtable Show with Rick and Wayne. We come to you every Tuesday morning here at WGNS Studios in Murfreesboro. And Mr. Wayne, how are you, buddy?
Good morning, Rick. I'm doing very well, looking out the window and seeing the sunshine, and the temperature's supposed to get up at least to the low 70s, so I'm a pretty happy camper right now, brother. I am too. I let the horses out this morning. They've been up for a few days, obviously, with the storms and all, and I made sure my fences were good, and I let them out this morning, and I thought they'd do some running. They're all on their backs, just rubbing in on that new grass coming in. They were thoroughly enjoying it this morning. Well, how's your construction project? We are waiting on metal, so that we somehow passed the framing inspection. It was touch and go there. I think. The cool thing is that the framing stayed intact. It made it through the storm. You're exactly right. The storms, and certainly want to give condolences and prayers. Yes, for the families of all those in the southeast that lost their lives. What, close to 3 dozen? That's right. Is that, am I correct? There's areas in Mississippi I was looking last night that absolutely are devastated. I mean, just for miles. It's just incredible. Tornado Alley back when I was a kid, was more over, Memphis and, west of Memphis. Yeah. Arkansas, Oklahoma, but it has shifted our way substantially over the last several years, it seems like. You're exactly right. Yeah. So, happy for the beautiful weather, and hopefully your ankle will get a little better as we go. At least. It's subsiding finally. I feel like it's been 2 weeks now in a boot, and anybody that's had to wear one of these boots, it's absolute nightmare. I can't stand it. Not much fun to age. It's hard to heal as we age. Yeah. So, Rick, this morning we've got 3 gentlemen with us that servants of our community. 3 members of the Lions Club, and as you and I are Rotarians, we're we both serve the underserved of our community, and gentlemen, we want to welcome you this morning. Mark, if you want to introduce yourself and maybe introduce your other line members, and each of you tell a little bit about yourselves, if you will.
My name is Mark Moshe, and I'm the president of the club for this year. I've been a member of the Smyrna Club since 1984, so it's been just a few years. But I moved to Smyrna back in '82. I came out of Nashville, then I moved to Nashville in '77. So I've been down here in the area here for a long time. But with me today, I got Gary Evans. Gary's here today. Gary, you care to say anything?
Yeah, thanks, Mark. Again, my name is Gary Evans. I've been in Smyrna since 1981. Moved here from just outside of Detroit, Michigan. I've been in Lions Club since 1993. It's a wonderful organization, and I just enjoy being part of that and helping out in the community. I'm going to turn it over to Chuck Jones.
The other member here is Charles Jones. Charles is a very good friend, but also a member of our club also for quite a few years. Chuck, here you go.
Yes, I'm Chuck Jones. I joined the Smyrna Lions Club in 1983, and I was actually attending meetings before that just as a guest, but the experience has been quite rewarding, and I love being in the club. I'm the first vice president this year. So I was born in Murfreesboro here back in 1959, and I think I moved to Smyrna like in 1960. I don't remember that, but that's I've been in Smyrna for quite a few years.
Chuck, thank you very much. Gary, thank you also.
Hey, Mark, maybe, of course, we all know that you're members of the Lions Club. Maybe talk a little about your personal life as well in this first segment before we get into the history of the Lions and maybe some of your endeavors as Lion Club members.
Yeah, I guess I have bounced around some. Basically worked for Smyrna as an engineer for 10 years. Was lucky enough to be elected as a Register of Deeds. Unfortunately, only served a single term in that post, and after that I worked for the city of Laverne also as an engineer for another decade or more. So bounced around a little bit, but basically spent the time working for local government. Enjoyed that very, very much. Have a couple of kids, really proud of them. I've got a dentist in Jacksonville, Florida, and I have a Air Force pilot in Oklahoma. So very, very proud of those two children. So Gary, do you care to talk about yourself some?
Sure. Always open to talk about myself.
We were counting on that anyway, by the way.
Yeah. As I mentioned earlier, I moved here from Michigan back in '81. Anybody that's remember those days, they used to say, last one out of Detroit, turn the lights out. The economy was really that bad. But anyway, at that point in time, my brother-in-law lived in Smyrna, and I came down here more or less looking for employment, and I started beating on doors, and this is long before they had temporary agencies and employment agencies. But anyway, I landed a job. At that time, it was called Swan Drugs. That was in Smyrna, healthcare products. And I was hired there as a night shift superintendent. So they moved my family down here, lock, stock, and barrel, which was very beneficial since I was unemployed back in Michigan. But anyway, moved down here with my 4 daughters and stayed at Swan Drugs for a while, and then I moved on to a different company in Winchester, Tennessee. I commuted back and forth daily, and that got to be a little drive. So at that point in time, Saturn moved into Spring Hill, and of course with my auto background, I pursued that opportunity, and I did happen to land a job with them and stayed there until 2005. At that time, I retired. But I have 4 daughters. They all live, 3 of my daughters currently live around in the Middle Tennessee area. I have one that lives in Murfreesboro, one that lives in Christiana, and another one that lives in Lebanon. My 4th daughter, unfortunately, passed away in 2012. But I enjoy my daughters, and of course I enjoy my 11 grandchildren. And
Wow.
I'm pleased to announce just recently I became a great-grandfather. So I guess all this white hair that I've got is well worth it with all those children and all those grandkids. But
Boy,
I'm just
Christmas is a
enjoying
tough time.
life.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you have to take out a second mortgage for birthdays and Christmas?
Sometimes even a third. Yeah, it's when we get together at Christmas time at our house, it's just short of a Chinese fire drill.
No doubt.
11, wow.
Yeah, yeah.
Chuck, you want to talk a little bit about yourself and
Yeah.
your brother and family?
Yeah. Well, my mom and dad, of course, they raised us very well, and they took care of us. And I had 2 sisters and a brother. My brother passed away in 2018 with a brain tumor, and some other issues, of course, came up. And then I had an older sister who was in a accident in 2005, and she was killed in that accident. And then I got another sister who got into some trouble, but I won't go into that.
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't go into that situation.
Well, Rick was a detective for the police department, so
Okay.
you might want to you might want to hope that the statute of limitations has run out. So.
Oh yeah, but I did work at Shoney's restaurant for 20 years, washing dishes. A friend of mine at church kept asking me if I was just going to be president of the company, and I said they haven't decided on that yet. So, and then I volunteered for probably 3 or 4 years at the Nourish Food Bank in Smyrna.
That sounds good, Chuck.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, man.
Appreciate it. Ed Garner, who Rick and I know extremely very, very well, he's, we've kind of thought of him as Mr. Line over the years. He and Miss Garner, can you share how many bags of pecans that they sell each year? Because we're just amazed at their energy level.
Yeah, that's definitely one of our larger fundraisers for the year. I couldn't even guess the thousands of bags that are sold, and really should single out a beauty shop, Judy, who sells thousands of bags.
Wow.
Every year, so really proud of her and those sales. But Ed Gardner is a man of service, and basically everything that he does, and it's impressive. really.
And he does it all the time with a smile on his face.
Yeah, he helps people out more than anybody knows, and I think Lions Club is just a natural thing for him and his wife. So proud of them. He's probably a 50-year member. We have Lynn Wilhoit, who's probably a 60-year member. Gene Hardiman, who's another member of 50 years. So maybe us thinking that 30 or 40 years is a lot. There's a few members who really have dedicated a lifetime of service.
I'd say when you get to half a century, you're pretty committed.
Yeah, I think that's true. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm. So tell us about the Lions Club.
Well, the Smyrna Club celebrated its 75th year in 2024. So that means we were formed in 1949. And don't really have any of those members anymore left. Did have a charter member that passed probably about a decade ago, but the club has had its ups and downs, and presently it's on an upward swing. We have about 60 members, male and female, young and old, a great group, and I think the real strength of it is the people. They care for each other, and I think that really says a lot, and it helps with our programs and different fundraising activities. So really proud of those membership, and we meet twice a month. We meet the first and third Mondays at 6:30, and we meet at the Smyrna Senior Center. Gary, have any comments about our club?
Well, I think it should be noted that we basically have two separate branches that we basically administer. First one is what we call our admin, and that is basically internal. And that's basically things that we do. We have guest speakers that come in, and we have different social events that is basically just for our members. And then we also have, and that's basically our main function, we have community involvement, of which we basically support and get involved with. I think it's close to 20 plus different agencies and organizations that we support and partner up with during the course of the year. So all our fundraisers that we get involved with, every dollar goes back to the community. We do not take any money that we raise from these projects towards our admin account. Our admin account is solely funded by our club's dues. So I think that's noteworthy that 100% of the money that we raise goes back to the community. And again, our annual budget is in excess of around 30,000 plus. So there's a lot of money that is being spread out into these different projects and noteworthy organizations.
Is there a Lions Club? So like Wayne and I being in Rotary, and the same thing, has been ups and downs over the years with civic institutions and things like that. How many Lions Clubs are in like Rutherford County? Is there one here in Murfreesboro as well, or
there's actually three of them in Murfreesboro. They have a morning, noon, and then a night club. Yeah, so
right.
I know there's one in Eagleville as well.
Yes, yeah. It's the Lions Club are basically international, of course, and then in Middle Tennessee they break it down into zones and regions. So we're pretty well saturated throughout Middle Tennessee.
So the Lions, Rotary is an international civic organization. Are the Lions international as well?
Yes, we're basically based out of Chicago, Illinois, and again, have an excess of about 1.5 million members nationwide.
Wow. What does, so we talked about fundraisers and things. So what benefits do y'all supply to, or what benefit do y'all give to the community back for the fundraisers and money that you bring in?
Oh, well,
it's a long list, but
yeah.
I think you said 20, didn't you?
Yeah, 20 plus. Yeah,
that's a strong number.
Yeah,
just
it sure
something
is.
that we're doing now is presently sorting out our scholarship applications. We give scholarships every year to 3 seniors, and very proud of that. $1,000 each, so that's a great thing. And then yearly we Meals on Wheels, donate there. And then of course it's like I had explained that our main challenge is sight, and so the buying of exams and glasses for people that need help. We spend upwards to $3,000-4,000 a year on that. Hearing aids. Then there's some international programs that we also give to the Kids Sight Outreach, which has a program at Vanderbilt and I Institute there that we help out. Kids Sight Outreach, I mentioned that. Leader Dog program, helping people getting sight trained dogs. Middle Tennessee Lion Sight Service helps people with cataract operations. LCIF, which is the Lions Club International Fund, they help out if there's any sort of a disaster anywhere in the world. The Smyrna Food Bank. I've named just a few, and I could keep going on, but anybody have any other thing, Gary? Or
we also support. We partner up with the Cub Scouts, Troop 3200 is their troop number. And then also we partner up with, it's called the Leo Club, and what that is, it's Smyrna High School students that want to become involved with the community. So we offer that Leo program to them, and they get involved with different activities such as helping out with nursing homes, and they cleaned up streams in the local Smyrna area. So again, that's just 2 agencies that we partner up with. And then the senior citizens, we donate to them and partner with them with a couple projects that we have, such as a bean dinner and pancake, spaghetti supper. We help them out with that, and again, it's just a joint effort that we do and partner up with those different organizations and clubs.
That's great. You're listening to the members of the Smyrna Lions Club with us this morning. We're going to take our first break. Be right back with you in just a minute.
Chip Waltersboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit wgnssportsradio.com.
Fellas, if you've noticed a lack of energy, motivation, and drive, it could be low testosterone. Don't wait. Get checked by the experts at Low T Center. They have over a decade of experience helping patients achieve life-changing results with testosterone therapy, or TRT. And for established patients, they offer the convenience of physician-monitored at-home TRT with advanced personalized plans that include both lab testing and self-inject medication. Low T Center makes it easy, shipping directly to your door. Go to lowtcenter.com now to book your appointment online. Low T Center, reinventing men's healthcare.
Murfreesboro firefighters are going door to door to ensure that everyone is counted in the special census. Every resident means more funding for roads, schools, and emergency services. Up to $3.5 million more each year. So don't wait. Fill out the mailer you received or visit murfreesborocensus.com. That's murfreesborocensus.com. Every name matters, including yours. Help us help Murfreesboro. Fill out your special census form today. murfreesborocensus.com.
This is Good Neighbor Events with Bart Walker. Brought to you by the law offices of John Day and AmeriCare Pest Control.
I've got pets. Here's Tom Sweat with AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
AmeriCare's moisture control services include mold testing, mold remediation, crawl space repair, vapor barrier, sump pump installation, radon testing, radon mitigation, and basement waterproofing. If there's something wrong in your crawl space or basement, we can probably help. Just ask for a free inspection.
893-7111.
All the best of the best to get rid of your pets.
AmeriCare Services Incorporated.
WGNS welcomes everyone here for the TSSAA Boys State Basketball Tournaments over at MTSU's Murphy Center and invites you to come back and visit again soon. Now, this one's for all of you newcomers. Maybe you've just moved to town and want to learn more about the history of our community. Or maybe you've lived here for a while. Make an adventure to the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse this Saturday from 9 until noon. And talk with some new friends from the Rutherford County Historical Society. It's all free, including the coffee and donuts. That's 9 until noon this Saturday. And the one-room Ransom Schoolhouse is at 717 North Academy Street here in Murfreesboro. And again, it's free. Oklahoma is opening next week at the Art Center of Cannon County in neighboring Woodbury. Oklahoma, March 28th through April 12th. Now listen, the Kellys Singing Group will be at Liberty in Christ this Sunday night at 6, and that's over on Leanna Road here in Murfreesboro. Keeping you informed, those are WGNS Good Neighbor events.
Rutherford weather.
We'll see sunny skies here this afternoon with a high in the mid-70s. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low near 51. Wednesday, chance for rain here late, a high of 73. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki on News Radio WGNS.
Currently, it's 44.
Broadcasting from the Middle Tennessee Electric Studios, MTE Sharing Change has now donated more than $11 million to local nonprofits assisting worthy causes in our community. MTE, serving to make life better since 1936.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
And welcome back to the second segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And it's our pleasure this morning to have three members of the Smyrna Lions Club, Mark Murger and Gary Evans and Chuck Jones. And Rick, we've got a group this morning, don't we, bro?
We do, man.
So
like it like this.
Hey, talk a little bit. You know, you mentioned, and Rick and I, Rick alluded to it, you know, about service clubs, you know, their membership kind of ebbs and flows. Right now, our Rotary Club is doing very well, and apparently the Lions Club membership is strong as well. So how is it that you are bringing in members, and if someone was interested in being part of the Smyrna Lions Club, what would they do?
Well, of course, I mentioned about our meetings, and everyone is welcome to come and just see what the club's about. the first and third Mondays of the month. So is that right? The second and fourth?
It's second and fourth, Mark.
Second and fourth.
Yeah.
Why
I think
do
you
have
go the
that
first
wrong?
and third. You're by yourself.
Why do I have that wrong? Y'all should have spoke up.
So let's recap
actually
that again. So
jotted
it's the
that
second
down
and fourth.
Yeah, it's the second and fourth Mondays.
At the Senior Citizen Center.
Yeah.
My goodness, I've said that 5 times here.
Yeah.
Hey, when you're sitting there by yourself and nobody shows up, what do you think?
Yeah, I
Well,
don't
that's
know.
because he's the president.
I don't know.
We honor rank.
Well, let's get that straight. But, and we have actually had some folks here lately that have showed up at our meetings. Information is online. We've also had people that have showed an interest just online, have contacted us. So there's a lot of ways to do that. The club is doing good now, but I think a service club is different because a lot of people have families or maybe have a health issue or something that keeps them from being as involved as they want to be. But service clubs, I think, really give a lot of good feelings for you. So, but we just, in our case, we have people that get asked at church by members and people that get asked at a sporting event, and it's just you gotta ask around and get people's interest.
Yeah, part of it is basically kind of word of a mouth. Again, as Mark alluded to, the meetings that we have, we kind of break it down into one meeting is basically a business meeting where we talk about the things that we have done and things that we're going to do, and basically kind of dot the I's and cross the T's business-wise with regards to community and also maybe admin issues or concerns. And then the second meeting, we invite a guest speaker who comes and updates us or enlightens us. For example, we might have the mayor of Smyrna came in just a couple meetings ago and brought us up to date with regards to what projects and activities are going to be going on throughout the city. So that's kind of a nice update for our members to know that we have people that definitely care about the Lions Club and involved and want to know what we do and update as far as what they're doing in the community as well. One of the things that I think is kind of noteworthy is when we do have a project or an activity, we always have literature or brochures that we pass out to the people that come out to our activities, and basically we encourage them to come and be a guest and just to see what we're all about so they can get a bit better understanding what the Smyrna Lions Club activities and what our mission and what our function is.
Saw Rick ears perk up when you talked about the service dog part of your your site program.
Right.
So you actually provide funds.
Well, there's a group in Arkansas.
Yes,
area.
Arkansas. Yeah.
If I got that right, who train those animals, and we make a contribution every year to that.
So
organization.
have y'all as a club, have you provided anybody locally? Have you been able to fund a service dog to someone who's
not anything
side has been
lately, Chuck?
No, we haven't.
I don't think so.
Not that I can recall.
Yeah.
No.
But actually, one of our members, he has a family member who's involved with that leader dog organization a lot, and actually travels around and speaks on that matter. But no, it's just an organization that gets a funding source out of us. So.
My days growing up and remember the Lions Club, there used to be like you could get brooms that you guys had and things like that.
You
Are
do
those
go
still
back
available?
I had forgotten about that, Rick.
Oh, they were amazing, yeah.
Yeah, they're great brooms.
Can you still get those, or is that something that's kind of go by the
We've
wayside?
moved on from going door to door and knocking on doors. And we also, gosh, I guess I'm dating myself a little bit. We used to sell apples.
That's
We
right.
used to call it Apple Day. And basically, we stand in front of a grocery store or something like that and trying to solicit some funds. And then when they would make a contribution, we would give them an apple. But those days have kind of passed, and we've gone on to different type of fundraisers, more.
Yeah, if you knock on a door now, you're not sure
Well, that's true.
what sort of answer might come. So
I'm wondering with the chocolate covered pecans, because that's what I seem to buy the most of. Maybe there might be something illegal going on here, because I think they may be coated with meth. Because they are. I mean, I get a bag and I go through them in no time. So.
Well, they're fat free. We make sure of that.
Yeah.
They are delicious. The pecans, and of course you're doing it just at the right time with Thanksgiving and Christmas, with sweet potato casserole and all the other desserts that come along with the holiday season.
Right.
Y'all partner a lot too. I know you partner with us with Rotary when we do our Wings of Freedom fish fry. Y'all actually come and cook for us to help us as well. That's much appreciated. But go into that a little bit as far as the guys and that crew that you've got. Is that something they get together on their own every year? Or is that a common thing?
The two members that do that are Lowell McCrae, who's the chief cook. He's our cook for our meetings. He is a fantastic cook. And then Ed Gardner also is a partner in crime with Lowell. And they are very dedicated to our club as well as your fish fry. Those guys have been doing that for a few years, and I know they enjoy it. I know it's a lot of work for them, but I think it's beneficial to them as well as your organization as well.
Well, they kind of hold court over there, because it's like watching a stream of people going to a beehive, because people are going over there to pay their respects or at least say hello. So
their reputation precedes them.
Yes, they do. So it's pretty cool to have them over there.
Talk about the some of the fundraisers you guys got, because we had the Sweetheart Ball that was just for it's for Valentine's Day every day, and that's gotten to be a pretty big event at the town event center, correct?
It sure is. It sure is. I guess other activities I would mention, on our fundraising, we have a golf tournament every fall. That is a good fundraiser. We have a pancake breakfast that'll be coming up in about a month.
Where's that at?
That'll be at the Senior Center also.
Yeah, that's April the 16th is the date.
16th.
Yeah, in addition to the pancake breakfast, we offer for the kids an Easter egg hunt. So again, that's a big crowd pleaser. We get a lot of activity with family members, and again, it's a good community project for visibility to our club, and we also encourage them to join us and see what we're about after the Easter egg hunt itself.
So where's the Easter egg hunt held?
Smyrna City.
So pretty much all your
Yeah.
activities are there at the senior citizens.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the cost of the pancake dinner for that day?
Strictly a donation. There's no
neat.
fee is involved. It's a free will offering.
Okay. And what time's that? Is it a morning?
That starts at 8 o'clock, and the Easter egg hunt will be at 9:30. So again, we're looking forward to a big turnout on that. And again, that's April the 19th.
You guys are really, really busy. Rick and I are just we're kind of pleased that as far as Rotary, all of our eggs, so to speak, are in one basket with the fish fry. But you guys, y'all roll up your sleeves and get at it.
Yeah, we got a pretty active yearly schedule. I'd like to go back to what Rick was talking a little bit earlier about the Sweetheart Dance. Again, that is a big activity for us. A lot of planning. There's a lot of moving parts to that. We have probably in excess of 200 people show up for that. And again, we provide them with a sit-down meal. We have a disc jockey that provides entertainment. And of course, there's adult beverages involved on a limited basis. But
I think that's your magnet, isn't it?
Yeah. And then again, we have what we call a silent auction. And that is basically for items that we either get donated or basically club members provide, or we go out and solicit information and products from different vendors or different organizations. And again, that's, as I alluded to, that's pretty a big fundraiser for us. We have that normally right around Valentine's Day, so we call it our Valentine Sweetheart Dance.
Good deal. Is it themed? Because it seems like to me every year the dress is a little bit different.
Yeah. This past year was country, and it was a little bit of a western, country and western theme.
That's what I thought.
Do you have a lot of husband and wives that are members together?
Yes. Yeah, that's probably, I'd say maybe 60% of our membership is both husband and wife.
I think we only have 2 couples, don't we, Rick, in the Rotary Club? So most everybody else are just singles.
Yeah, one of the things that I think we need to mention too about our club is even though we had mentioned about the different activities and things that we support, we strictly, there is no mandatory, in other words, you have to do a certain number of projects or certain task involved. Everything is strictly volunteer. So again, I think that's pretty noteworthy that we have members that do step up and get involved with these different clubs, with these different functions that we get involved with and activities, that we basically have pretty strong participation with all these projects. So again, I think that speaks highly for our members.
What's the dues cost? So if somebody wants to apply, I think you can go to your website or something, get information, show up, and then is there an application and a background or a fee process?
Yeah, it's $20 a month, which covers 2 sit-down meals per month, as well as that covers our dues and different financial obligations that we have. But again, $20 per individual covers everything.
Wow.
So does the Lions Club have a foundation or an international foundation where you can partner with the foundation to receive funds to do a special project, or is it just all local?
I'll let Gary keep going.
Okay. Again, it's called LCIF, and that's based out of Chicago. And basically what you would do on that, you would request a grant and basically submit that through the proper channels. And again, if you had a disaster or some type of crisis that you would need some initial funds outside of your own budget, they would basically entertain that and review that and then make a determination one way or the other.
Rutherford County Schools, Rick and I have had the Atlas director on a couple of times, and that's for the homeless children in our public school system. But then we also have so many schools, especially in the northern end of the county, that are predominantly economically and socially disadvantaged. So as far as the eyeglasses, and do you go into schools and do eye tests or anything like that? I think at one time you did.
We sure do. We do that with the schools. We try to test the kids as young as we can to try and catch any sort of problem before it gets worse. We do a whole lot of smaller schools. It takes a whole lot of people to pull off an eye screening. And so don't really do that as much as we'd like, but that's a good thing, yeah.
Yeah, just to kind of piggyback on that, we have a special camera that the club basically purchased, and that basically we take a snapshot of the child's eyes and provide that back into Vanderbilt Eye Center, and then they review that, and if additional procedures are required, they would then contact that parent and notify them accordingly what they found in that test. And again, then it would be up to the parent to pursue that with regards to what procedure or what might have to be done to correct that vision deficiency. So again, that's part of the program that we do.
That's amazing. You're listening to members of the Smyrna Lions Club today. We got Chuck Jones, Gary Evans, and Mark Moshe, but you're listening to the Tuesday Morning Roundtable with Rick and Wayne. We'll be right back with you in just a minute.
Murfreesboro is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Okay, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.
Attention! If you owe money to the IRS, this is an urgent message. The IRS is cracking down by sending out collection letters, garnishing paychecks, seizing bank accounts, and putting liens on homes and businesses. They call it enforced compliance, and you better watch out because penalties and interest on unpaid taxes compound daily, making it even harder to get out of debt. Don't let tax debt destroy your life. You need to call Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax resolution firm. They're experts in taxpayer assistance programs that can save you thousands if you qualify. A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau, Optima's resolved over $1 billion of tax debt for their clients. Let them fight on your behalf, helping to put your tax problems to rest. Call the tax professionals at Optima now for a free consultation.
Call 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289. 800-367-6289.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
This is Kim Dunaway from Sunshine Nutrition Center. You hear me on Monday mornings at 7:20 talking about how to lead a healthier lifestyle. We carry supplements, personal care, and grocery items at both our Murfreesboro and Smyrna locations, family owned and operated since 1989.
It's a Slick Pig Barbecue. Spicy wings and Brunswick stew. Everything made fresh for you at the Slick Pig Barbecue. There's lean smoked turkey and chicken too. Ribs so tender don't need to chew. Well, come on, folks, I'm telling you, it's a Slick Pig Barbecue. In 1920 East Main, you're gonna love the pig.
The Slick Pig Barbecue, a Murfreesboro tradition.
Premier 6 Theater on Broad in Jackson Heights.
Let's all go to the movies.
Check out what's showing at murfreesboromovies.com. Popcorn popped fresh daily.
Movies at the good old premises.
Premier 6 on Broad in Jackson Heights.
This is the Roundtable from News Radio WGNS on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Welcome back to the third and final segment of Tuesday Mornings with Rick and Wayne. And it's been our pleasure to have three members of the Smyrna Lions Club, Mark Morget, Chuck Jones, and Gary Evans. And they've been sharing activities and in history of the Smyrna Club, which has been an integral part of community services. You've given, as the Rotary Club, Rick and I take pride in, you've given a lot back to the community. Chuck, I think you were going to talk about a couple of events.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about one, and then Gary is going to mention the other. 2 days before Thanksgiving, we deliver Thanksgiving food baskets for the community. Gary and I got involved in that probably 4 or 5 years ago, I think, and Gary has been very instrumental in getting that program organized and getting it set up, and we do this 2 days before Thanksgiving, and we go, and we also have the Leo Club and the Cub Scouts are involved, helping us get all that stuff boxed up and taken to the people who are in need, and I really enjoy doing it. It's a wonderful project.
Now, how does a person sign up, or they want that? Do y'all get a list from a certain organization, or they reach out to you guys?
I think Gary works that out. I think he'll have to explain that part.
What we do on that, Rick, is basically we contact churches and different social things, such as Smyrna Senior Citizens housing organizations, and any Smyrna Police Department. We contact them and request names for families that could use a food basket. It should be noted that on this food basket, we provide everything from sugar to salt and pepper to butter, and of course all the staples that go along with it. But again, we partner with the local Food Lion store, and they basically pick those items up ahead of time. We have regular, what we call a pick list that they get involved with. So each family gets basically, if you will, a complete meal, and that is provided to them free of charge. We contact them, as Chuck alluded to, a couple days prior to, and let them know that we plan on delivering this, we call it food basket, but again, we deliver that on the Tuesday before the Thursday, Thanksgiving, and that's usually done between 5 and 6 p.m.
Yeah.
So again, they know that it's coming, and we make sure that somebody's home to receive the food basket. One other project that we do towards the end of the year is we partner with the Smyrna Police Department called Shop with the Cop. And what we do on that, members of our club go to the Smyrna Walmart on usually a Saturday morning around 7:30 in the morning, and we basically go with a child that is in need of a Christmas gift, if you will, present. They are entitled to $125 worth of items that they can get, with the understanding that they have to either get a coat and or a pair of shoes. After that, it's basically whatever they want. So again, we give them that $125 per child, and again, we partner that with the police department. It should be noted, a couple years ago, I had this little fellow go with me, and he was walking through Walmart, and he got his coat, and he got a couple other items, and he said to me, "Mr. Gary, how much money do I have left?" And I added it up, and I said, "I don't know, you're probably around $25, $30 left." He said, "Oh, okay," and he made a beeline over towards the boys department by the clothing area. And he reached over there where the gloves were, and behind the gloves, he pulled out a Spider-Man mask. And he said, Mr. Gary, how much is that? And I looked down the price tag and I said, it's $14.99. I said, yeah, you can get that. He said, oh, great. I said, by the way, I said, how did you know where that mask was? He says, well, I came in here yesterday with Mama, and I made sure that I knew where that was, so I hid it.
That is so cute.
There's a lot of joy that goes around with that. But again, that's a very worthwhile project, and I think the members that participate that get as much enjoyment out of that as the kids that get gifts.
How many children are usually served?
The police department surprised 75 kids last year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Wow,
and
what a great
in addition
activity.
to participating, we also donate $1,000 towards that activity.
And it's a heartstrings
Oh,
moment.
yeah.
Because a lot of them won't
yeah.
want for themselves. They'll want for brothers or sisters.
I was
or
just thinking the
a
same
parent
thing.
or a grandparent or something. They'll want to
Yeah.
spend part of their money on this.
I don't know that I could be along for that ride. I
It's
think
a
I'd probably,
tearjerker, buddy.
I'd probably
It'll
start
make 'em-
crying, I'm afraid.
Yeah, another
Make
little
a
story
mush out of
about
you.
that. I had this young little girl here, and she was, she very just a smile on her face all the time, and she was going through and getting different things. And again, she said to me, "How much money do I have left?" And I forgot what the dollar amount was, but anyway, I said, "You can get whatever you want." Because we're pretty flexible on that $125. But anyway, she went and got a pair of hair barrettes and a comb, and I said, "Oh, what is that?" She said, "Yeah, I bought that for my sister. She doesn't have any. She needs that." So again, that really pulls on your emotions. But again, you get a lot out of that. It's just a very heartwarming experience and worthwhile project.
God bless you, gentlemen, and your club for all that you give back to the community. Just love your dedication to giving.
Well, our motto is "We serve," and that's what we try to do.
Yep. So let's recap real quick. So we're on the 2nd and 4th Mondays, right? The Smyrna Senior Center. And what time do y'all meet usually?
We meet at 6:30.
Okay.
And have a meal between 6:30 and 7. The meeting starts at 7, but everyone ought to be there at 6:30.
So
We try to limit to an hour because we realize that even though everything is good, the rear can only absorb so much. So we keep doing an hour.
I was wondering out loud if Mark was president again because he's not a windbag. So you can pretty well count on getting out on time.
That's true.
Well, hope y'all enjoyed being with us today, and you're welcome back anytime, especially with as many fundraisers you guys got. And if you need to drop us a line, let us know. Reminders, we'll let everybody know when they are. But you're listening to members of the Smyrna Lions Club today, and we hope you enjoyed our show. And Rick and Wayne will be back with you again next week as usual. Have a good week.
Is growing, and we need your help to prove it by participating in the special census. Murfreesboro Mayor Shane McFarland.
We want to get an accurate count of our residents compared to the last census. The more people that are counted, the more state shared revenue dollars Murfreesboro receives.
It's fast and easy. Complete the form online at murfreesborocensus.com.
Count me in.
Hey, count me in.
And count me in too.
Let's make sure every resident counts. Visit murfreesborocensus.com.